The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You talk about this Falcon defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Second down, back to Sanders. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Off the play fake, Young sliding out of the pocket. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Panthers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games, and they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL. Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Young now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Marvin Mims, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Young to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Young. This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Again, that's Hurst, and he's got this down to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
You talk about this Falcon defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Now Young. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, it's Knight. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Young to throw it. He completes this one to Mingo. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. 6-0 our score after 1. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Zonovan Knight, his 1st touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, 1st quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here. No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Robinson will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That was fourth. And what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play, and even better execution.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter now. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ready? 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. On 2nd, here's Algier. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
17, Rams, cycle.
Ritter from the gun. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are back within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Young. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Ready. Black, 95.
To the air once more, Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to Robinson now on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
2nd and 6.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slam. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Now 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Ritter.
Looking deep downfield. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
A 1st down throw for Young.
He's got Mingo.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. They're going to need some therapy after this.
The final shot before break. Young. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. There to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Ritter. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Ritter. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw, Young. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Evans running straight ahead. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
And they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Here's Knight on the handoff. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now Sanders. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Second and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Evans.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Young will set to throw.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
53 for Mike. 53 for Mike. What we got?
On the give, here's Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's 1st down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter
Pushes him over. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Ritter looks to throw it.
He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Ritter.
He's going to let it go again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was
a mistake,
yeah,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here is Young. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And Young's going to throw it here. He'll air this one out for Mims. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Ritter. That's caught by Pitts. And he'll be brought down after a nice gain, a pickup of 20.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Ritter. Flush to his right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
Ritter to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Young here to throw. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably it's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Carolina, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Carolina Panthers.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Looking to throw. Jones delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed a pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Young now. Forced out to his left. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And this one will be brought back to the 22. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
He dumps it off to Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 11 carries, 65 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Jones throw taken in by Slayton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Panthers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
It's a second down run with Sanders.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
11 yards and a Panther first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready. 45. Right.
To throw on second down is Young. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Sanders will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. No CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And possession switching back to the New York Giants. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now Young. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run with Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down by about 3 yards or so, as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Young to throw it.
And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. It's Sanders. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Young's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run here with Evans, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 29, Jones, throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Taking it about the 16. Breaks through the contact. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Young on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Now a carry for Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 55 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The play fake. Now Young rolling to his right. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd down, Young. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. They'll run with Sanders. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Sanders again. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Jamal Agnew.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Marvin Mims,
39 yards.
And the Panthers are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Jones throwing on 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Operating from the gun, Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw again.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route.
Touchdown! Darren Waller, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Panthers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves